All right, guys, so doing the second video here, and this is really about how to take the PPC, the Simplified PPC Campaign Framework, and put it to use. Really the idea here was to be able to find a way to take something that's somewhat difficult and confuses a lot of people, especially if they're new to using, digital marketing, paid search, whatever. This really applies to all marketing. It's not just, Google ads, which is what we typically use it for, Facebook ads, that sort of thing. And being able to give them a way to, simply think about what they're going to embark on, what their campaigns are going to do, say, ask for, who they're going to target, how they're going to speak to those people, and what they're going to ask them to do. What they're going to ask them to do, and then have a way that you can take that and make it actionable, so you don't feel like you're being overwhelmed and getting lost in the minutia. So the bottom line is we have the three sections that we talked about, which are going to be the right traffic or the right audience. It's going to be the right messaging, and it's going to be the right action. So what I would suggest you do is think about each of those steps. Pretty basic, right? All right, if we're going to talk to people, who are the right people to see this message? Who are they? What are they doing? Where are they at? What do we know about them? This is typically your avatar, your best customer, or maybe it's not your best customer, but it's the one you're going after, or maybe it's a new market you're going after. And be specific as you can. This is going to help you in a couple different ways. One, it'll obviously help you for targeting keywords or placements or audiences, but I think it's also going to help you in thinking about the second step, which is the right message. Okay, you have this person in front of you. This person is in this place in life. They are looking for this particular solution. They are dealing with this particular problem. How should we relate to them? How can we make a connection with them? How can we do that so that they can see that we understand their problem? We understand what they, maybe a solution that they don't even know that they need at this point. And really try to make that bridge between where they are and where you want them to go, and look at you as being a person or a company that's going to lead them there, or at least give them the prospect that they'll get there, right? So that's going to be, the basis of the second one. The second one I think is the most difficult, to be quite honest with you, because people don't do very well sometimes talking to people and relating to people as humans and not just, ambiguous traffic and things, which is how we buy them, but that's not how life is. They're actually human beings. That can help, feel some type of I don't know what the word is, empathy, I guess, depending on what you're selling, but typically you can find some empathy with them because usually they're giving you money to solve some kind of a problem or to gain some kind of pleasure. It's usually how it works. So look at it that way for the messaging. Come up with a few ideas, spitball a few ideas. This is where, it could be helpful to start writing down, one-liners, writing down angles that you would take, writing down just thoughts. Like, don't worry about making it perfect and fleshed out. And actually, this is a big help because, I used to end up a lot more, but since I started doing it that way, I end up with a lot more ideas on paper that I can kind of flesh out than I do if I try to make each one perfect and then go on to the next. That never really happens, and I forgot about the 8 ideas I had a few minutes ago because I try to make this one perfect. So definitely recommend you going this route and saving some time. And then lastly, again, taking that and then thinking about where they are in that place and what you should reasonably ask them to do, why they should do it, and make sure, again, it's kind of overlays with your messaging a little bit, but communicating to them what's in it for them, why they should take that action, making sure it's a step that's measurable. I guess in some cases it won't always be 100% measurable, but 99% of the time it will be. It'll be, an add to cart or a purchase. It will be a phone call or a web form submission. It will be a live chat, which again, sometimes those aren't trackable. It depends on your tech stack and how you're doing things. It could be somebody asking for something in the mail, whatever it is, but just follow this kind of framework. I think that's going to take you a long way in basically taking something that could feel daunting and really annoying, and that's coming up with a new marketing campaign, angle, and messaging. And hopefully this will help put into like bite-sized chunks where you can just focus on this is like big picture stuff. Focus on the big picture and then worry about after you've got that down on paper. Now you can just flesh out each one a little bit more. And again, with the targeting, maybe you're not doing your own ads. That's something, or the audience, maybe that's something you hand off to your marketing guys. Like us, we would do this for our clients. We're not expecting them to tell us what keywords to use or what, they might give us ideas, of course, but not necessarily doing that work. Or for the messaging, maybe you have a copy person. You give them some ideas of what you're spitballing. And like, here's what I'm trying to say. Can you put this into better words for me? And then for the right action, maybe it goes to your web person, maybe it goes to your copywriter or your marketing team. It could be one of the three, all the three, depending on how you're doing it. And so this is just a place where you can start as a business owner or even as an agency and basically give people like us, which are agencies, really good information to start off. So we know, okay, this is who we're talking to. Great. This is how we want to talk to them. These are important things. Okay, here's how we want to do this. And it can be really helpful for us because then we have a really good feel for where you're trying to go, who you're trying to talk to, and how that should be, how that should work. Because sometimes it's a little bit tough when a client doesn't give us specifics and we have to more or less figure it out. And there's not always like a perfect alignment because maybe they didn't really explain it very well. Eventually we'll get to it, but it just takes a little bit longer. Sometimes you have to iterate more times, which costs time and money. So the most clear or the better you can be in terms of this kind of information, the better it is for you, the better it is for any agency you're working with or copy person or whoever, your digital marketing manager, whatever you have. So hope this was helpful. Hope it was a good explanation of what this framework was created and, kind of designed to do and why I decided to put these videos together. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.